Hi everyone, it is Tina from Tina's Country Door, and I want to make a video to share a quick tip with you on how you could save money during the Christmas season by using the wrapping paper that you have left over from wrapping your gifts to make bows to put on your gifts. Bows like this one that I made using leftover wrapping paper. I love that bow. So I'm going to show y'all how I did this. Alright, so I have a huge gift for my granddaughter wrapped in this Mickey Minnie Mouse wrapping paper, and this is all that's left of it. And I don't have enough of it to wrap any more gifts that I have. So, and what I like about this is it has the lines on the back of it that I can follow along. The wrapping paper you use to make these doesn't have to have these lines, but I just like using these lines as guides. Now you can cut it however long you want, long or short you want. It depends what kind of bow you want to make. If you want to make one like I just showed you, then you need to cut it long. If you want to make one a little bit smaller, I'll get another one to show you that isn't as big, that I cut shorter. See, it's more short, doesn't have the long curls hanging off. So it totally depends on what you want. Now, since this is a large gift, I want a big curly bow, long curls hanging off of it. So I'm going to cut this long. And there isn't a specific length. I just look at the wrapping paper and decide, well, I think this is where I'm going to cut it. Okay. So that's as long as I've cut this one. Now what I start to do, I have to put something on this to help make sure it stays put. I'm going to try to keep this in the frame so y'all can see what I'm doing. So, like I said, I like to use these lines as a guide, but I don't always cut on the line. So it depends. You can make them as thin as you want or as wide as you want. It totally depends on what kind you want. Like I said, this one, as you can see, the curls are wide. And this one, the curls are thinner. And that's because of how I cut it. And the way you cut it depends is, how your bow is going to turn out. So this one, I want to be long curls like the silver one I showed you. So I'm going to cut them kind of thin. And even though I do that, I do like to cut some wide pieces in there as well so that I have different dimensions in my bow. And I'll cut this up and leave about 1.5 to 2 inches because I use a stapler to hold it together, and I'll show you that when I get to that point of this. But what you will need is your paper, scissors, and a stapler, or you can use tape, and I've even used glue from a hot glue gun. And then something plastic to curl the paper with. And I'm using a plastic ruler. And you don't have to stress over cutting these perfectly, because when you curl them, you're not going to be able to tell. I've been doing this for years. I came up with it a long time ago because I got tired of throwing wrapping paper away or holding it, putting it in a closet for a whole year, waiting until the next Christmas come along. So I just figured, instead of spending money on these bows that I'm going to use one time, buying them separately, might as well just try to repurpose the wrapping paper I have left over. And I already have a video posted on how to do this, a short video, but it was on the fly video, and I wanted to make one more tutorial style. And I like for my large gifts, I like the over the top large bows. And then for the smaller ones, I would cut a smaller square or rectangle and cut my slices. Okay, I've got my slices cut. And this is what I've got now. What I'm gonna do, take my ruler, make sure I've got a smooth edge there. If you use something metal to do this, it's gonna pull the strips off. Because you need to get a hold of this. What I find to keep the strips from being pulled off, even using something plastic, is right here at the tip of the strip, I will hold on to it with my finger and I will pull it. See, you gotta be careful not to pull it too hard, too. But that's not gonna matter, missing one of those strips. Because I'm gonna be folding this over, folding it in half or like maybe three times, and you won't be able to tell I'm missing a strip there. So it's nothing to stress over. Okay, so now this is what I have, the curls, okay? So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna fold it down to the size I want. Check that out to see. I don't know, I may cut up another one. And also something else that I do is like this, I don't think this is going to be enough of what I want on the gift because it's a large box. So another thing I do sometimes to give me a little more dimension in the bows is I'm going to end up cutting some more of this, but shorter and thin, still doing thin strips and curling them and adding both of these to the gift so that I'll have a large bow and the curls will get, you know, mixed up and it'll give me different dimensions. But what I'll do here is I will staple this together. And if there are strips that I don't think are curly enough for me, you know, I'll just go back and curl it again. Try to make it curlier. I mean, you can, so I just do that if I want them curlier than how they turned out. So those are that's just a tip for you. Now, I don't want you to have to sit and watch me cut up another piece, so I'm going to pause this right now and I will come back and show you the finished shorter piece of ribbon that I've made, and then I'll show you how I put them together and what they look like on the box. One thing I forgot, before I get started, I wanted to show you how short I cut it compared to the first one that I cut. Okay, here is what this piece looks like after I've curled it. You can see that they're shorter and the curls are tighter, but that's okay. That's what I wanted. I'm going to fold this like I did the other one. See, they're the same width, and I'm going to be stapling these together. I do that to get those curls just to randomly fall over. I'm going to fold this over. What I try to do is to get the curls going in the opposite direction. So when I put it on the gift, they're just like, they look random. I'm gonna staple those together. And again, even after I get it on the box, if I'm not happy with the curl or two, I'll use my ruler and I will, you know, make them tighter by pulling the ruler through them again. So this is what it looks like. And since I would have to hold my phone with my hand to show you how I put it on the box. I'm not going to be able to do it as well as I would like to, but I'm going to try. So I will be back in just a second. And here's a name tag. I made my own name tags this year. And I wrote, well, I had my daughter write the names on them because I don't like my writing, but put my granddaughter's name on it. And I taped it to the gift bag, or the box. And now I'm going to take this to hide that piece of tape, and I'm going to put it here like this. And I'm going to take tape. I will take a piece of tape and put it across this way and leave a little bit sticking off, because then I will tape it there and then fluff out the bow. It'll fall over. Make it shake it up some. So it'll be random. But after I get it on, I'll fluff it out and make the curls fall, straighten them up, or whatever you want to call it. Put it on there like that. So that's basically what it's going to look like. But I will come back after I get this done and show you the final, what it looks like. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, I got that on there. I taped it. After I got it on, there were a few curls that weren't curly enough for me. So I just took my ruler and curled them tighter. So that's it. Easy peasy. And a money saver. Something you've made yourself that you can be, oh, look, I made this. So I think it looks just as good as the ones you can buy in the store. So I hope this has helped, giving you some ideas, on ways to save money during the holiday season, or even for birthday gifts or anything. I do this for any gifts that I give at any time. So until next time, hope you have a great day and God bless.